What is up, guys? Welcome to the Creative Lotus Podcast. On this week's episode, I'm doing a review of the Rode Podmic. Now, this mic has been out for a while, but I've been using for all 36 episodes of the Creative Lotus Podcast up till today and this year, this wonderful Sennheiser E835 stage mic. But as this video right here shows you, I've actually talked about the Podmic in a previous video, and I wanted to test it out for myself and see if you guys can spot the difference and if it's worth the $100 price tag. So let's dive right on in. Let's go. So I'm listening to the audio here now of the Sennheiser E835, and I love it. It's very body full, yaddy, and it sounds great, right? It cuts out a lot of the echo because this is a big room that I'm in when I'm shooting these podcast episodes, but the closer you get to the audio, or rather the microphone, the better the audio sounds, right? So your voice is much more booming. Now, for this unboxing that we're going to do of the Podmic, which I have right here at a frame, I just purchased it. I've wanted to try this out for a while, so I've actually never used it, but we're going to open it up, we're going to put it on a stand, and we're going to compare side by side to the Sennheiser and the Podmic and see the differences. But in order to do that, I want to actually take off this windscreen because this Podmic doesn't have a windscreen. It just comes straight out of the box, as you'll see, just with the Podmic, and that's kind of all you get for $100. But we're going to check it out, and I want to see what you guys think of the audio differences. And maybe I'll move forward with using the Sennheiser, or maybe we'll switch over to the Podmic. So let's do an unboxing. This is going to be exciting. Okay, I'm going to take this off. There we go. So it's a little more raw, and you hear the pop-a-da plosives of the Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. So we'll keep this mic running, but I'm going to go ahead and do an unboxing and opening these amazing Podmic, and yeah, we'll just keep going from there. But we're going to turn up the volume on the mic and see if that helps out. You hear more of the echo in the room. Okay, so it comes with a sleeve. We're going to take that off, and as you can see, it's literally just this Rode mic. The Podmic is a broadcast quality dynamic microphone designed for podcasting. It is a rich, balanced sound with an internal pop filter to minimize plosives, the pops, an internal shock mount to reduce vibration. Podmic is optimized for using the Rodecaster Pro integrated podcast production console, but will also offer exceptional results with high quality microphone interface. So as you've probably seen in the video before that I was talking about microphones and how to start your podcast, and if you haven't checked that out, go ahead and check out the link up top. This microphone is actually an incredible value. In that video, I was talking about how I actually use a Zoom H6 recorder to take the audio from these XLR mics and put it into the computer in order for me to record them. So that's kind of the setup there. But let's go ahead and open the box. I mean, this is exciting. I have yet to open this thing up and see kind of what's inside. So maybe I should do it this way so you can see. So literally cardboard opening, and there it is. It is the Podmic by Rode. It's like some ASMR. Ooh, opening it up. Lovely. Anyways, yeah, so that's literally all that's inside the box, is the Podmic itself in a sleeve protector. And man, I must say, this thing is really hefty. Like, it is a metal build, and you really feel the weight of it. It has this really nice golden Xlr Cable port, and is on this really great U-shaped ballast, so you're able to kind of move the mic itself around really smoothly. You're able to actually loosen the sides and kind of move it, it looks like. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So maybe I'll speed this part up because we're going to go ahead and mount this onto a small mic stand, and then we'll go ahead and test the side-by-side of the audio. So let's do it. So now we have a side-by-side here of both mics going on, correct? So right now you're listening to the Sennheiser 835 broadcast microphone, raw, coming at you live with this audio. It's very clear. It's very sharp. It's what I've been using for all 36 episodes of the Creative Lotus podcast thus far. Absolutely love it. Let's go ahead and switch over to the Podmic audio in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Check, check, check. Mic check. Okay, let's turn this up a little bit. The first thing I'd say is that it definitely takes a little more boost. I have to add a little bit more gain, rather. That's the best word for this, in order to get the best audio out of this. But out of the box, this is literally, I haven't done anything to this audio. You're hearing it clear. This is now the Podmic by Rode that we're listening to. And Wow, I actually have to say, that's actually a little hot, coming on a little too hot. These are about the same exact settings as I have on the Sennheiser E835 that I've been using. And the audio sounds really clear. It's definitely that dynamic, boosted kind of deep voice sound that I expect from a mic. Yeah, let's do our famous intro. Hello and welcome to the Creative Lotus Podcast. On this week's episode, we have doopity-boop-a-doo. So the amazing thing about this mic is that it actually has the built-in windscreen, as well as because it's on this ballast, it kind of is able to move around pretty easily, loosening this a little bit. And so you can kind of direct it how you are. Now, majority of people that you've probably seen both on YouTube as well as in podcasting that have used the Podmic, I'm going to move this out. It's a little close to my face. The majority of people probably don't use a mic stand like this. They probably have an arm mount that you can use and then kind of adjust to go closer to your mouth. But I like these desktop mounts because I feel like they actually give you the ability to kind of just be close to the mic. But the amazing thing about the Rode mic is that it has a really great aesthetic. You know, they were smart in branding it. It actually has the name Rode written on the side there, which you can hopefully see. But yeah, I'm going to say that this is probably 9 out of 10. I think that the sound quality of what I was using before with the Sennheiser and moving over to this Rode mic is really great. I actually really recommend this. And for $100, you can't beat it. If you buy it used, I'm sure you can get a better deal on it. But this mic has been out for a while, but I really do think that the audio quality of it and the price point you really can't beat. Now, granted, yes, it is only XLR, meaning you can only use an XLR cable, which means you'll need something to convert it, whether that's a Zoom or you can use the Rodecaster in order to integrate it, which actually will be able to take up four XLR mics into it. And it's a big system. So if you're really podcasting on a consistent basis and you have a bunch of guests and you need a bunch of mics, maybe investing in something like this or 4 of them would be really great for your audio needs. But for me, like I said, I just used the Zoom H6 and plugged this directly in there using an USB-A cable and plugged that directly into my laptop and used it as an audio source. I know that the Scarlett 2i2, I think is what it's called, is a 2-input XLR to USB interface for you to be able to use audio is really great as well. And it's another option. It's super simple. There's not a whole lot of tweaking and kind of changes that you can make to it, but it works pretty well. The only other thing I was going to say is I kind of lied at the top of this. I did buy this cover for this Podmic because I was afraid that the plosives, the Peter Piper Pick to Peck a Pickle Peppers, that's the good test, was going to be too much because this is just kind of an open diaphragm or open face mic. So I did buy this. Now, I bought this off of Amazon and love Amazon, but this is a very cheap, and I mean very cheap windscreen, and it almost doesn't fit on here, or I don't think it will actually, because it is such a small opening. So we're going to put this on here and see if it helps at all, or if it just diminishes it. It's going to probably cut down the amount of audio that's coming out of it, which means I have to pump up the gain, which is not great because then it starts picking up more. But let's try it out and just for, kicks and giggles. Okay, so this is now listening with the pop filter put over the Rode Podmic. Actually, it doesn't sound bad. Let's turn down the gain just a little bit. I feel like I'm going a little too hot on these, but actually, it's not bad. I think visually to me, it doesn't look as great. On the Sennheiser, I feel like it's necessary because the mic itself is very plosive-y and there's nothing kind of covering the head of the mic itself. So I put that on there just for, to support it. But overall, this doesn't sound too bad. I do like the crispness though without it. So I'm actually going to take this off. Now we're back to the Podmic just by itself. And I have to say that this is actually a really great experience. I really love this mic. Final thoughts on it would be go ahead and try it out. If you're looking for an XLR mic and you want great quality build as well as an inexpensive price at $100, a lot of the other mics, the Shure SM7B, which, you see all these podcasters using both in video as well as audio, that's like the go-to, but that's also a $400 mic. So cutting that price, you can buy 3 of these guys of this amazing mic, for the one price of an SM7B. Yeah, I think the audio sounds great. It's a great dynamic mic. You don't really have to do much of anything. It's literally plug and play, if you will. And the gain doesn't need too much. I think I have the dial set to 6 right now. The mic, however, is probably about, 3 to 4 inches away from my mouth. So you will have to keep that in mind. It's not something that you can really take far away, right? Because it's going to pick up more. But the closer that you are with any dynamic mic, the closer you are to the mic itself, the better it sounds. So I hope that was helpful. I'm excited to, take this for a spin. And yeah, I think this might be the new mic of 2023 interviews for the Creative Lotus podcast. So go ahead and check out the description below if you want to get links to all of the items that I've mentioned in this video. And if you would be so gracious, go ahead and give us a big thumbs up and check out this video right here because it has more exciting audio interface information for you if you want to start your own podcast. And until then, I'll see you in that video. Bye, guys.